I'm back.
Yeah, Sophia's back and better than ever. Now I don't have to be all alone doing a little live.
Yeah.
So it's spring. It's starting to feel somewhat warm out. I feel like we keep having these like little snippets of spring.
Yeah, it's like little teasers. They're like, it's warm, put your coats away, and then it's like, just kidding, it's gonna hail and the roads are gonna ice over.
I know. So hopefully it keeps getting warm. It keeps staying warm. It's been so nice to see the sun again. It's been very, very, very nice.
It's been making me happy. It's been giving me like happy vitamin D. It's just been making me feel good. I like it. I like seeing the sun out there.
Girl, me too. And even just like the days are getting longer. I love that.
I know, I was driving home yesterday and I looked at the clock. It was like 7-something and I'm like, it's still bright out.
Even today, like up until like a little bit ago, I was like, wow, it's still light. Are we like accidentally closing early? And I was like, oh, nope.
Yeah.
It's just spring's coming.
I know, it's crazy.
So before we get started with today's lives, just a couple little things going on in the shop. We are taking part in the Brunswick Easter egg hunt. So I know they're doing an adult Easter egg hunt the weekend of like April 4th. I think it's like the Saturday. So we're one of the small businesses participating. So you should definitely take part in that. You can go to the like Brunswick. Hey Roro. You can go to the Brunswick, I think it's like their city page, or the You Know You're from Brunswick If page. And you can join that and take part. You just go to local businesses. I think they're going to be releasing more info soon. So really excited about that. We just made 100 eggs today that will be hidden with other small businesses. And then we got a really cool basket together for the golden egg prize if you win like the overall competition. So a bunch of small businesses have donated like baskets or prizes for $300, so it'd be pretty cool to win. And then we are going to be starting construction here pretty soon on our expansion space, which is literally right behind me. So we're super excited about that, to have some more space to spread out. We're gonna have a little bit more Western for everyone who's been wanting some Western stuff, so we're excited about that. Some more horse stuff, and then a little room to hopefully do like seminars and hopefully have some vets come and talk and like saddle fitters and all sorts of stuff. So we're really excited about that. So I think that's really all I have to say just in general. Do you have anything?
I'm going to give a shameless consignment shout out right now actually, because we're talking about spring and how it's getting warmer outside and sunnier, and I feel like now's the time to just clean out your closet or your tack locker. And it's just like sunny outside, and the vitamin D, like I said, it's doing something to me. It's making
all last week.
Oh, it must be me. But it's just making me feel so much more productive, and I'm going home and I'm like, I should clean out my closet and bring in my consignment, and I should clean out my whole tack locker and like clean my tack and bring in the tack I don't need. So now is a really good time to consider consigning all of the stuff you don't use anymore, especially if you haven't consigned before and you're doing your spring cleaning and you're like, I have all this stuff that I don't enjoy wearing anymore, I don't use anymore, like I got a different horse and I don't need all this cob size stuff, and you don't know what to do with it. You can always bring it in and consign it. So that is always something to keep in mind. You don't need an appointment or anything, you just come in with your stuff.
I know I need to clean out my garage. I got a lot of horse stuff in there I gotta clean and bring in myself. So I'm sure the consignment section was some pretty cool stuff. Even recently there's been some cool stuff coming in. Like some Edgewood tack, that's a big hit. Some prestige stuff.
Some cool tall boots.
Some like unique one of a kind. So definitely always make sure you're checking out consignment when you're here, or on our website. If you go to www.equineessentialsohio.com and go to the consignment tab, you can always see what is new in consignment.
Yeah.
So I think we'll just get started.
I think we're ready to jump in.
I'm gonna grab some stuff.
What are our friends saying? A ton of stuff in our garage.
Is that Rowan?
Yes.
Well, don't worry, Rowan. I'll be cleaning it out.
Rowan, if you haven't heard, you can consign it at Equine.
Yeah, Rowan, you could go through it.
Yeah.
No, then everything would be brought in. So today, kind of like the theme of our live sale is spring stuff. So we're gonna have just things to kind of get ready for spring in different ways. You can find everything we'll talk about today, again, on our website, equineessentialsohio.com, under the spring tab. You'll see it right at the top of the page. You can click on it and see what we talked about. So spring is shedding season, you know? I know a great story. Yes, Rowan, you can sign it here. So spring is shedding season, as we all know. So, which is a good thing, because it means, again, warm weather's on the way, but it means it's time for our horses to shed their winter coats. So some of my favorite shedding items are what I want to talk about today. So we just got in the Haas Kinder curry. So the nice thing about this curry is it's kind of like the classic Haas curry that everyone knows and loves, but they made it a little bit more flexible. So the other one that they have is a little bit more of like a rigid plastic. It's a little bit more stiff. This is a lot more malleable and softer. So as you can kind of see, it like moves. So if you have like a sensitive horse, like my horse Jude, he's a thoroughbred, and in that way he is a classic thoroughbred. He's really sensitive. He doesn't always love being groomed. He would like this just because it's a little bit more softer than their other ones. So it just has more give to it. Even in your hand, it just feels a little softer, like it kind of moves with your fingers. Whereas the other one they had is a little bit more stiff. And then it also comes in a kid's version, or if you just have a smaller hand or you prefer a smaller curry, you could use this one. You could even use it on their face. Like my other horse, Hendrix, loves actually to have his face curried. So I would probably use this one on his face. But again, it's the same like soft, malleable plastic. I don't know how they rubberize it, but they do a good job doing it. The adult one has a leather strap. The kids one has a nylon strap. But either way, it's not going to go anywhere in your hand. And even as an adult, I feel like I could use the kids one. So yeah, so that is one of my favorite little shedding tools that we just got in.
I like the pink. Can I touch it? Ooh, I do like that rubber feel.
Yeah, it's kind of like a weird mix between rubber and plastic. It's cool.
Yeah, because it's like almost too firm to be straight up straight up plastic, but too like soft and malleable. Wait, too firm to be rubber. Yeah, but like too. Oh my God, too soft to be straight up plastic. That's what I was trying to say.
It's been a long day, guys.
Ooh.
You know how it goes.
My brain just did like a hard reset.
So then one of my other favorite and also very cost-effective shedding tools is the Epona shed flower. It's this super cute little tool that I just like because it's cute. So it literally looks like a flower. Here, I'll take the little packaging off. This is like a harder plastic. So this would be more for your horses that don't mind like a stiffer material on their skin. Or if you're going to use it on a horse like Jude, you would want to use it lightly. But the thing about this is it's almost like a classic shedding blade, but just in a cute little handheld form. It has like the little teeth, as you can see. The little teeth. Sorry, I don't have nails on these fingers. Do with this one. It has a little teeth on it. And it's literally only $5.95, so it's a good price point. I think people tend to have like a couple of these. They might keep one in their like tack trunk. They might keep one in their trailer. Just because you can even use it like a normal curry on a lot of horses, just in, you know, the normal circular motion and kind of lift up a lot of dirt, lift up a lot of debris. But then this time of year when they're shedding out that thick winter coat, you can really use this and get a lot of the fur off. So this is a nice little tool to have. I always keep one in my grooming bag. But yeah, so I like it. And I do like that it's pink, I'm not gonna lie.
I do like all the pink.
And then I have two more shedding things I want to talk about. So the first one is the Waldhausen shedding comb. So really this is like a classic shedding blade, except it kind of comes almost in like a brush form. So it's that metal, again, for those horses that are a little less sensitive, but it's literally going to really pull out any hair and any undercoat they have. It's not painful, like I can put it on my hand and it doesn't hurt or anything. But if you have a horse that's like, I don't really like to be touched that much, they might not love it. And the thing I really like about this is the handle. It's one of those gel handles. So Waldhausen is known to make a lot of different grooming tools and even like whips with gel handles. It's just so comfortable and like easy on your joints in your hand. So I really like this. It does have the little hole where if you want to hang it. I know some people have their own personal bars and they hang up their grooming supplies or grooming tools. So that's kind of a nice little addition. I like that it has the several like layers to it because it really just grabs everything, and when you actually use it you'll kind of get like a whole like mountain of hair and you kind of just take it and throw it and keep going. So that's just a nice thing to have. Again, it's not crazy expensive. It's only $14.90. It's a nice thing to have this time of year, especially again if you have the horses that don't mind like the metal on their skin. So again, like Hendrix, he would love this. He would just like go into it because he loves being scratched and kind of likes the harder the better. So that's something you might want to check out. And then my other favorite grooming tool, which this one's kind of nice because they actually recommend it for many animals, as you can see, is the strip hair groomer. And this is the gentle groomer. So this is good for sensitive horses or horses that aren't as sensitive. You can literally use it on your dog, your cat. And so the thing about this is it's a very soft rubber. It's kind of hard to tell in the packaging, but you can literally like bend it like really well. And so the nice thing about the strip hair is it has a bunch of different ways you can use it. It has these kind of like lighter curries on it. Hey Mary, how are you?
Mary!
What's up, girl? I haven't seen you for a minute. I hope you're doing well. And so then it also has the edges, which I like to use to really like use this almost like a true shedding blade, so you can really work up the hair and work up the fur. And then on the back of it, which you can't see because it's attached to this, but you can see here, it has this really nice like kind of classic curry on it. So again, you can really work up mud and dirt. I really like using this on the legs, on the back, kind of like over the rump I really like, because I feel like they tend to get a lot of ground and dirt there. And this is one of the only tools I found where I can get most of it out. And the cool thing with this is too, you can also use it during bathing. So even if you're just washing your horse, but you really want to like work in the soap and work in the shampoo and work out things, then this is great for that. Hey Haley, yes, it would definitely be good for your kittens. I actually have used this on my cat Finn before because he loves being groomed and he loves it. So definitely want to check out the strip hair if you haven't already. Again, a really good tool to have in your grooming bag.
I love it.
I'm glad you're doing well, Mary. I'm doing good. I'm just tired. You know how I am. Hey, Elena and Ella, what's up, girls? We missed you. I hope you're having fun in Ocala.
Yeah, I hope
bet
you're
you
enjoying
are.
the sunshine.
Yeah, the
The
true
warmth.
warmth. Not like the
Oh my
teasing of warmth that we're getting.
Yeah, and the possible tornadoes on Sunday.
I know.
Woo! I'm
freaked-
so scared. I hate tornadoes.
I scared Sophia because I guess we might get like tornadoes on Sunday. So I was telling her about it and she was like, why did you tell me that?
It's so scary. I hate them. Like, you know, like I feel like, you know, you'll scroll like Facebook and you get the reels and you like get sucked into them for hours. I do that sometimes, but it's not Facebook, it's YouTube, and it's not like random brain rot. It's like tornado videos and it freaks me out. I'm like, what do you mean tornadoes? Ooh, I hate it.
I know.
But aside from
Yay,
tornadoes,
I can't wait to see you too, Elena.
I'm gonna build off this like brush theme we have happening. So I talked about the Kingsley brush cleaner concentrate 2 weeks ago on live.
Oh, I'm sure she'll be fine. I think it's supposed to be worse like in the south, but they
Yeah.
said we could have weather like up to like past Columbus, and I'm supposed to drive to Columbus on Sunday, so that's why I was nervous. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh no, you're fine. Anything tornado related, I'm on it. Like, cause I bet she'll fly into like Cleveland Hopkins, right? And then like I feel like there's no tornado thing happening in Cleveland on Sunday. I mean, I should watch my words because of that one tornado that happened. Like, what was that, last year?
Yeah.
Or the year before?
No, that was this summer.
Scary. Yeah.
I was so scared because I had left my doors open that day because my cats like to look outside. And I was like, what if they get sucked out the door? And I told Ron he needed to drive home in the tornado and make sure the cats were okay.
I like called my dad and I'm like, Dad, there's literally a tornado in Avon Lake. Where's Addie, my cat? And he's like, oh, she's outside right now. And I'm like, what do you mean she's outside? But everyone was okay. But, anywho. So I talked about the Kingsley brush concentrate. Hold on, give you a little close up. 2 weeks ago, I think. And so I'll summarize, but this is a very good brush cleaner to have because I know it's spring and this is the time to clean your brushes. I know your brushes are dirty, okay? Mine are too, and it's okay. But now is the time to clean them and just do a little fresh reset. And the nice thing about Kingsley is all of their products are plant-based and they are very eco-friendly, biodegradable. They're going to be safe for you and your horse and any other critters or animals you have around with you. And I think the really nice thing is they are really effective. So, like, I know I did a TikTok on this, on one of the Equine Essentials TikToks, but I was using the Kingsley leather cleaner that is also, like, eco-friendly, biodegradable, all that good stuff in my car, actually, because I had this mysterious sticky substance on my leather seats in the back. A little bit of takeout spilled in my car a while ago. And it, like, wiped it right off. I was really impressed. Like, for something plant-based, you know, you never know what's going to happen with any product, but sometimes you see it plant-based and you think it might not be as strong or effective as something that's, like, full of chemicals. But that stuff was strong. I was like, oh my gosh. So I think it's really cool that their products are so effective, but they are so safe. So with all the shedding happening, I bet your brushes are a little dirty, and it's nice to do a little reset and clean up all your brushes and get, like, your new shedding brushes, and you want to put them in a nice little clean, like, brush tote with all your clean brushes, and it could be a really good opportunity to try out the Kingsley brush cleaner.
And actually, just talking about the leather cleaner,
Oh, yeah.
There's another rider in the area, Lauren. I don't know if you guys know her. She, like, is a adventure in our area. And she tried the leather cleaner, and she said she loved it. It's, like, her new favorite leather cleaner, because I think she watched your video, and she's like, it's so good, I love it. So if you're wanting to try something new, I would definitely recommend it.
Yeah, and I feel like it wasn't stripping at all. Like, I have used cleaners where you use it, and then your tack just feels, like, dry and sad. And my seats honestly felt better than what they did before I used it. Yeah, I don't know what that boom was.
Was that thunder?
Don't say that, Kelly.
I don't know what that was. That was wild. That was really loud.
What? No, that stuff is the bomb. You can also use this on your broom. So you have brooms in your barn, and maybe you're like, my horse pooped, let me sweep up that poop, and your brooms get all, like, nasty. You can use this too. So it's a good thing to have on here. And then I have one more Kingsley item because we actually did not have this in when I did my whole Kingsley spiel and covered all of the products we have from them. So we have the trough and bucket cleaner. So this is also a good thing to try out with spring, especially for the troughs, because, you know, if you have a trough at your barn or you work at a barn or whatever and you clean the troughs, you don't want to do that in the winter. Sometimes it's impossible to do that in the winter. They can get nasty. It's spring, like, the ice has melted and you look in it and you're like, oh my gosh, that's, like, disgusting. So they have a trough and bucket cleaner that you can use on your troughs and get all that algae and just build up right up and off. And again, it's eco-friendly and it's not going to harm you or your ponies, which especially is important for something like a trough where their water is in. So you can use it on that, and you can use it on your buckets just in the barn too. So that is a cool thing to check out, especially with the whole spring cleaning thing happening. You can kind of just build on that and have something that's safe for you and your pony and any critters outside near your trough, or the barn cats or the dogs or whatever it may be, and clean your buckets and your troughs and do it effectively and keep everybody safe while you do it.
Agreed.
Word up. Do you need help?
I'm coming, guys. So we're talking about spring and warming up, and as horse people, and also a lot of horse people are also dog people, we might come across some ticks once it starts to get warm outside, and they aren't fun or good because they can carry different diseases which can harm both your horse or your dog or yourself. So we have this cool product called the Tick Twister. So what this is this little tool, this little device that you use to remove ticks from your skin if you happen to have one bite. So what you do is you literally take this little edge here and you put it kind of like where their head's in the body, and then you literally just twist it and pull, and it comes right out. And I know if you have ticks, to make sure you don't get any diseases, or hopefully that you don't, you want to remove the whole tick. You don't just want to pull it and like leave the head in, even though that's gross to talk about. So this literally removes all of it. So we've gotten a lot of good feedback on it, and if you go to our website and look at the like Tick Twister post, then it shows you really how to use it, and it's super simple once you watch it. Like, I personally am a visual learner, a visual person, so it's really easy. You literally just like slip it in and twist. And luckily, I actually haven't seen a tick since like 2011, knock on wood. Watch, I'll see like 25 now this summer. But the people that do tend to see them a lot, they said this is like a good thing to have. So I like these because I think it's cute that they come in different colors. So it comes in purple, blue, green, pink, and they call this orange, but to me it's more of like a yellow, almost like a goldenrod. But the nice thing is almost like a little clip, so you can hook it on, like even if you're not like riding a ton, or you're not riding like on trails a ton and you're not as worried about getting it doing ring work. Let's say you go hiking, maybe you like to go to the Cuyahoga Valley National Park in the summer. Maybe you just like walk your dog a lot and through tall grasses, or even I've heard some people get them in short grass now because we've had a bad tick years the last couple of years, with the winters not being as cold, although hopefully a lot of them died this winter with it being cold. You can literally like hook this onto your backpack if you're a hiker, or if you're like a dog person, you can hook it onto your leash, like with a little handle part. Or I know some people like to carry those little like poop bags for their dogs. You can hook it onto that, and then you always have this with you. I know some people bought them to go camping, or keep some in their car. They'll keep one in their tack trunk. They'll keep one in their truck. So it's just a nice little thing to have. It's only $7, and you get 2 in each one. You get kind of like a smaller one and a bigger one, depending on the tick size. And so it's just a good thing to have, I think, in the summer, since we're talking about warm weather and spring and everything. It's just a good thing to have in case of an emergency and you do happen to see a tick. So you definitely want to give that a go.
I hate ticks so much. I just think they're so gross.
They are really funky looking.
Oh my god.
But I literally haven't seen one since, I literally want to say like 2011.
Ugh.
I feel lucky.
I think the last time I saw a tick, which is surprising to me, was in like when did I start working here? 2022. It was like before that, when I was still working at a barn, because it's like you're outside all the time. And I never had any on me, but like I'd find horses with them, and then like when I worked with Dylan, I remember he had one like on his leg, and I was like, how did you get one on your leg? Like, this never happens to me, and I'm here all the time. But I don't like ticks. They freak me out. I don't like when like their bodies get all big. Oh my god. I have to stop talking about it. Okay, so I have the Blanket Safe Professional Horse Blanket Wash and Deodorizer. And I feel like this really goes along with the whole spring thing happening right now, because I'm just trying to manifest that I'll like never have to put another blanket on this season ever again. because I'm just so done with them. I don't want to look at my blankets ever again. I want to put them all away. But before I want to put them all away, I want to clean them. And the Blanket Safe Cleaner is really fire, actually. So I used it on my blankets for the first time this winter, actually. And I really liked it. And I think it does a really good job at actually pulling all of like the grime and nastiness off of your blankets. Like, my blankets looked gross. My blankets looked like I had dragged them through like a swamp and like just did horrible things to these. They look disgusting. And I used my little Blanket Safe Cleaner at the laundromat, and I was like, let's see what happens. And they look so good afterwards. It pulled all the nastiness out, all of the poop stains, they were gone. And like, even the stains where you look at it and you're like, that might just be a part of the blanket now.
That's
like,
it
was gone. I was like, oh my goodness. But it's nice too because it does deodorize, because you know the dirty blanket smell. Everybody knows the dirty blanket smell. And the dirty blanket smell was gone. And they smelled fresh, and they smelled clean, and they smelled good. And I was so happy. But it's also nice because this isn't going to damage the waterproofing on your blanket. It's safe to use on all of your blankets. Obviously, like, don't use this with detergent or anything. Use it with cold water. Wash your blankets in cold water. Don't damage your waterproofing. But it's a really nice thing to have on hand with the end of blanket season creeping up. You can just clean all of your blankets and put them away and choose not to think about them until you absolutely have to. And they also make a blanket waterproofing, which I don't actually have with me right now because I just thought about it right this second as I was talking about the wash. But they do also have a waterproofing, so you can use that to waterproof your blankets.
I think we
or
actually sold out.
re-waterproof.
But we should have more
might
like
be
next
right.
week, I think. Yeah, I think it's like midweek next week we should have more. So.
Yeah, because I feel like when I was grabbing this, I would have seen the waterproof part and been like, let me grab that. But you can also use that as well. But I think, like Kelly said, we're probably out right now. But that's also a handy little thing to have on hand as well. So nice thing to check out. I really like it. I enjoyed it. I just had fun sitting at the laundromat and using this and like just zoning out and looking at my blankets spinning around in the washer with all the suds. Well, yeah, I guess kind of suds with the stuff. It was like sudsy looking, and I really enjoyed just sitting there and watching it like wash all the nastiness out of my blankets. I really enjoyed it. So this is a cool thing to try out if you haven't tried it already. I really enjoyed it, and I'm excited to use it again.
So since we're talking about spring, I think spring is a good time to really look over your tack and make sure everything's in good working order. You never want to be riding and broken or rotting, like dry rotted tack. So sometimes what I find in the spring is people are like, oh no, I realized my reins were actually kind of not all together, like the stitching was loose or something was wrong. So it's a good time to replace your reins. And so a new product that we have are the thumb grip reins from Red Barn. And these are really cool because they have these little indentations on them with little grip on it, so you have a little friction, and it's just kind of this nice little ergonomic hold for your thumbs and your hands when you're riding. It's a very nice, like, light rubber, but still pretty sturdy, and I just really like the feel of them. It's pretty, like, flexible in your hand. It's not going to go anywhere, though, especially with the little grips in the thumb grip portion of it. And then it has the beautiful KL Select leather that we all know and love for the parts that are leather. And so it comes in brown or black. So if you're a dressage rider, you can still do the black. Or if you're a jumper or eventer, you can do the brown. I think I actually want to get the brown for my jump bridle because I think if I'm going cross country this summer, which I hope I get to, I like having rubber reins, or at least like the ones where they're leather on the outside and rubber on the inside of the rein. So you just have more grip in case you happen to get water splashing up, or you're sweating a lot. I just like personally having a little extra grip when I'm eventing and jumping. So I think I actually probably will try these out myself. But even if you're just a flat rider and doing dressage, you can still get them in the black. And I know there's some other brands that have these as well. But again, I just really like the Kale Select leather, like the Red Barn leather personally. It has their little logo on it, which I think is cute, a nice little addition. Even where they attach it to the rubber, you can tell it's very sturdy, very secure. It's not going to go anywhere. This will last you a very long time. And the nice thing about these two is I've heard they're very easy to clean and wipe down, because again, when we're working and our horses are sweating, they get all that neck sweat and dirt, and it can get on the reins. You can literally just wipe these off with a damp cloth and they'll look as good as new. And then the leather portions you clean as normal, like your normal leather with whatever cleaner you like, maybe the Kingsley, maybe FX, whatever you like to use. These are, the black ones are buckle end, like where you attach it, which I like because I think it's very easy. And the brown are the pin end, the stud hook pin, whichever way you call it. I know people like to use different names for it. So kind of more that traditional, almost like hunter attachment. And yeah, so you definitely want to give these a go. They've been a big hit. I know this is kind of like the new thing, the thumb grip reins. But if you haven't tried them yet, you might want to give them a go.
I just love the idea of not cleaning braided leather. I hate cleaning braided leather. I hate it.
I know, you can literally just wipe this down and you're good to go.
I like love cleaning leather, unless it's braided, and then I don't want to do it.
I know, I feel that, girl.
So I actually have a tried and true, the Arma bell boots. So this isn't necessarily like you have to have in the spring. Like, people use them all year round, but I feel like spring is usually around the time that I find myself wanting to replace mine, because my guy wears the Arma bell boots and he has for a very long time now, and it's usually around the spring where I look at them and I'm like, this is so sad. Like, they've run their course, you know, like he beats them up to a certain point. I'm just like, let's just get you a brand new pair, buddy. I'll do it for you. So I really like these. Again, I feel like they're the tried and true. I feel like they're sturdy. They hold up really well. They last me a really long time, even with a horse that likes to destroy his blankets and his boots and everything else. He finds ways. I feel like these hold up really well for me. And I like that it is for one, I like that it's Velcro. I don't want to pull on boots personally. I know that does work for some people, especially if you're leaving boots on all the time, but I just want to Velcro my boots on because I don't really need the pull-on ones. But I like that it is Velcro, but not only that, but it has like the double Velcro attachment.
You know those are staying in place.
For real. Like, I can't even get it off. Yeah. Like, it has the double Velcro attachment, so you put your first little layer on, and then you Velcro over that, and you're good to go. So, honestly, like, it's not often at all that my guy manages to actually pull one of these off. If he does, it's definitely not when they're newer. It's when, like, they've run their course and they look really sad, and maybe they're really, really muddy, and I haven't cleaned them enough, and the mud is, like, caked into the Velcro, and maybe that's when he pulls them off. But overall, I feel like the Velcro is sturdy. It's not going anywhere. These things hold up for a really long time. They don't just, like, rip on me or anything. And the fun thing is they come in a bunch of different colors. I just grabbed the navy ones. I can grab some other colors if you guys want to see other colors. But they come in all kinds of colors, which is fun. If you're like, I put my horse in all baby blue, you have baby blue. Or I like maroon, or I like pink, or I like orange, or gray, or black, or there's even like white ones if you want to do white. Personally, not me, girl, but like if you want to do white, you can do white. So they come in all sorts of different colors. And if you look at the spring tab on the website and look at the Arma bell boots, you'll see all the different colors and all the different sizes. But these are just a tried and true for me, and it is getting to that point where I want to buy him another pair. And it kind of made me think of it when I was grabbing stuff for today, and I was like, I'm going to tell everyone how much I love these Arma bell boots. So,
and the nice thing too about the colors is if you're an eventer and you do have a color, like maybe you are baby blue and pink, then you could go crazy and do like baby blue on one hoof and pink on the other.
True.
You could do baby blue or pink, so it's kind of fun too, even not just for turnout. Even just for riding, they're really great. So
Yeah.
I know when I go cross country, I ride in these, and I've always had good luck with them. And also my horses go out in them, and I feel like they last forever. And like Sophia might only really stop working once I haven't cleaned them. It's like the middle of the spring, aka mud season in Ohio. But especially even if I take the time and I like rinse out the Velcro or like brush it out, then they're still usually good to go again. So
yeah, I feel like if you just brush out the Velcro, or even like, I'm so lazy, I don't brush it out. I'll be honest. I'll get on the wash rack and I wet it, and then I just take my hands and I paw at it like a little animal and just kind of scratch it and just like work it all up and out, and then it's good to go. It doesn't have to be perfect and fancy, but I feel like if you just like get all the Velcro and footing or grass or whatever else might be hiding in there, you just kind of like scrub that out. It's fine. It works. It doesn't give out on you.
You're good to go. I mean, again, like in general, I just feel like Shires makes such great products, and they're always so affordable and nice. It's definitely like a favorite brand in here. And I know sometimes I say Shires for all their products, but really it's like Shires is kind of like the main brand, and then under it for like boots and shoes, it's Moretta. Their clothing is Aubrian, and then some of the horse boots are Arma. But it's all kind of like in that family of brands, and it's all the same quality, all the great price point. Even actually, I'm wearing the Aubrian hoodie right now. Representing.
That's funny. I actually almost bought one today. I was like, that's so cute.
I love these. This is actually, I talked about it last week, and so I ended up getting one, and I'm low-key obsessed. So definitely might want to give the little Aubrian spring hoodie a go for our up and down spring in Ohio. But yeah.
Yeah. All right. Are you going next?
I'm going next.
All right.
Because I didn't grab it.
Would you? Oh, okay. Girl, take it. I'm not a dressage rider.
So I know we've talked about these before because we just got these in. So Ovation has their blingy dressage coat, and we showed you the black, we showed you the navy, and we just got in the teal. So if you are a girl who likes to stand out in the show ring, honestly, this video doesn't do it justice. It's a really pretty, almost like emerald green. Like, I feel like it came in right around St. Patrick's Day, and I was like, yes, can I wear this to the bars? But it's just like so cute, and it has the bling at the collar, like the other ones. The bling right here on kind of like this little bibby part, and then the bling on the back little bow.
I wish you could see how shiny the bling is.
I know, like honestly,
so pretty.
You should come in to check this out if you're interested, because it's just really, it's a lot prettier in person.
Yeah.
But this color is really unique. I think it's really fun. I think it would look really cute on even like a chestnut horse or a black horse, or even maybe like a palomino. I feel like it would look kind of cool on. And I think just with like your white breeches and your white show shirt, and if you had a stock tie with like a little bit of teal on it, I just think it would look so sharp and so fun. So if you're a girly who likes to, you know, stand out a little bit in the dressage ring, have a little fun with it, I definitely recommend this new color for you. Yeah, it's just really cool. It's still the same Ovation dressage coat. It has like the little slimming figure to it, which I think is pretty. It has, ooh, yes, I love the bow on the back, Mary. I think it's so cute.
I just thought that earlier when I grabbed it. I was like, look at that little bow.
And with the little blingy bow, I think it's just so cute. And it is pretty flattering on. Some people have tried them on and gotten them, and I think so far, I think they've looked really cute on everyone. They give you a little extra bling in case you need it.
That's so nice.
It's still like machine washable, like any more, I don't know any show coats that are just like dry clean only, like in this go world. Like, I know I gotta have machine washable stuff, so obviously the care on this is pretty easy, pretty simple. It has a cute little pocket right here, which actually you could put something in it, I guess, if you needed to. I don't think the other colors have them. They do, so the new ones do. So like the black and the navy do have the little bling on the back. So it's like a new addition. They updated the Ovation dressage coat. So I think it's nice that they added more bling because I'm like a dressage eventing girly. So I personally, the more bling, the better. And so I think this is a really fun one, and just in this new color. So if you're wanting, again, like a unique color, other than just black or navy, definitely check this out.
I do really I feel like I haven't really seen a show coat that is really this color. Like, it's teal, but it's also like if you're someone who's looking for a coat that might be more in the green family, you might see that and really like it.
I agree.
It's kind of like an in-between.
I completely agree. It's almost like, to me, I don't know why, I just think emerald when I literally think of Ireland when I look at it. Like, I'm like, where's Cillian Murphy? Where's Paul Mescal? That's what I think when I see these.
Cillian Murphy, if you're watching this, text me. 440-787.
Definitely check this out.
So I feel like that actually lets me kind of perfectly lead into something. Like, I don't know how you necessarily fit boot cream into like a spring type live sale, but I just really like this boot cream, and I was like, well, I don't know, like, maybe you want to clean your boots extra in the spring. So I really like the Phoebing's boot cream. They put the little seal on the top so you can't see the top of the boot. It's not like it matters too much, but you know, just like your little glass packaging with your boot cream in there. And I really like this stuff. So I'll be honest, first of all, one of my favorite reasons as to why I like this is because of the smell. And maybe not everyone would be into this. I think it smells good, but I just like, I don't know, like, it's not that it has a chemical type smell, but I like different smell. Like, I like to smell Sharpies, and I like to smell gas at the gas station. Like, just strong smells I really enjoy. And I wouldn't say this has a strong smell, but whatever smell it is, I really enjoy it. It's not like it smells like roses in your mom's garden, but it does have a pleasant smell, in my opinion. And that's, like, honestly what drew me to it at first, because I was like, ooh, that smells so good. But I think it works really well, too. So it's just kind of like my go-to for any boot situation. Like, even in here, you know, you see tall boots come in all the time, or paddock boots come in all the time, and sometimes they need a little TLC, and this is almost always my go-to, whether it's boots that just need to be shined, because this is going to do the trick, or, you know, sometimes you get your black leather boots, and it's almost like your color fades a little bit, and it fades to that kind of, like, grayish black. It's not so much just, like, black. I feel like I can use this, do a few layers of it, and it really tries to bring back that true black color. So it is going to condition your leather. You can use it on all of your smooth leathers, and I feel like it's nice because it does condition it. It's very easy application, just like any boot cream. You know, you take it and you have your little jar, put it on a sponge, a cloth, your bare hand, whatever you want, and just rub it into your leather, let it sit for a little bit, and then you can buff it out. And where was I going with this? I had like something I really, really wanted to say about this. Oh, and I feel like it gives it a good shine too. So it's a really nice all-in-one if you're looking to condition your leather on your boots and give it a nice little shine. Maybe just spiff up your black color. Maybe it's just looking a little worn. I feel like this is a really good go-to for all of those things. It kind of blankets over all of that. So it's usually just my main go-to. I reach for it with anything regarding boots. I've been using it on my boots. I really like it. And the nice thing is it's $5.50, so it doesn't break the bank. And you get actually a good amount of product in here. It's lasted me a really, really long time. I feel like you don't have to use a copious amount on your boots. You know, you just do one little layer and then you're good. And you're probably not using boot cream on your boots every single day. So it's going to last you a long time, and it's $5.50, and it smells good, and it conditions, and it's going to shine your boots, and overall, I really love it. So I just really wanted to squeeze that in there, so I felt like it was kind of the perfect time with that show coat, because show season is kind of creeping up on us. And I need to show at some point, but I'm not going to think about that right now. But it's a nice little thing to have on hand, especially if you're someone who doesn't want to sit down for hours and hours and hours and hours and do all of the tack cleaning and boot cleaning that just takes copious amounts of time before you go and show, because like, been there, done that. My mama can say that too. She stayed up so late with me cleaning tack and shining boots and everything else. It's so nice that this is just like an all-in-one application. You're done and you're over. So definitely a good thing to have on hand in your tack trunk, or just with spring rolling around. Again, like I said, I want to clean out my tack trunk or my tack locker, and that also includes cleaning my boots again. And this is what I'm going to use on mine. So I think I've got, oh, we do have a few more things.
Really quickly, before we get right to the next one, I wanted to talk about Hoof Mender by Equine One. I love this product. So personally, I feel like my horses have been having some like hoof issues as of late. They've been like kind of tender, especially after shoeing, just kind of not feeling their best. And so I've started using this like almost every day. And I found it seems to have really helped their hooves. Like their hooves are seeming to crack a lot, be really dry, just not super great quality. And so I started using this, the Hoof Mender, which has, I think, like some different omega-3 oils in it. And I've just found that it's almost helped to kind of harden their hooves, stop the cracking from occurring, and add some moisture. And it does kind of have like a different smell. It smells almost like a bonfire.
But I love it.
Honestly, I do too. It almost has like, I think they have some birch extract in it, and so it does have this almost like woody, fiery smell to it. But I honestly really like it. And so I'm a person where I like to kind of switch up different hoof oils and try different things. So another one of my favorites is Farrier's Fix. So these are kind of like my two top hoof oils. So this is kind of my current obsession. And it's just like, I don't know, it's just been really happy with it. I feel like I've been having less hoof issues when I use it, or after the shoeing, if I put this on kind of religiously for about a week, then I'm not finding I'm having as many issues, or I almost feel like they're getting more sound more quickly, being less footy, less almost like having a bruised feeling. And so definitely would recommend this, especially in, again, Ohio and how it's wet. This kind of keeps their hoof consistent, so it kind of gives a little barrier if they are going out in the mud. Like, I'm a person where I want my horses out as much as they can be out. If they could live out, I'd be like, yes, live outside, y'all, but obviously we can't. But to kind of protect them from the different conditions their hoofs go in, whether it's like the wet, muddy in the paddock, or it's like the dry once it does dry up and it's kind of hard outside or hard in a paddock until they're going on grass all the time, then I found this really does help. So if you're having kind of foot issues, or you're just looking for something to add moisture, add a little health to the hoof, definitely recommend this. You should give it a go.
I love it so much. I've been using it on my guy for like over a year now, I feel like, because you were like, oh my gosh, get the Hoof Mender stuff, and I was like, yeah, I'll get it and I'll try it, and I love it. I just love the way it smells.
Yeah, it used to be called Hoof Doctor, if you were familiar with that. So this is basically the same product. Someone else bought it, so now it's called Hoof Mender. But definitely want to give it a go if you're having any kind of like general hoof issues or hoof dryness with your horse.
Okay.
We're gonna do the Kyla.
Wait, can I do my silver?
Oh yeah, go ahead. we got two more, I think.
Because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it goes
Oh yeah,
together
like
with
health,
this
horse health.
Yeah. So, really quick, because I know we do want to talk about something else, but I have the Silver Honey. So this is really another tried and true for me. So we have the spray version here, and then we have the like ointment, what do you call this, cream, ointment? Ointment. We have the ointment version. So this is a product I really enjoy for any cuts, scrapes, nicks, anything under that umbrella, because with it being spring, I feel like now is kind of the time that those like to pop up a little more, in my case at least, or not in my case, but in Woodstock's case. You know, he's going outside more, he's feeling good, the sun's out, he's like, I'm gonna be crazy today, and I'm like, oh, Woodstock, like, look at these cuts, buddy. So this is one of the products I really like to use for those because it is antimicrobial and it has the Manuka honey in it. I know a lot of people are familiar with that and like use it for themselves personally. So I like that. And something kind of notable about this product for me is just the time it takes for everything to heal. So I've noticed when I use this on all of his little cuts and boo-boos, they tend to heal very quick for me, like extremely quick. And I thought maybe I was just tripping, and I'm like imagining it. And then when I worked at a barn before I came here, someone's horse had like, I think it was a cut maybe on their face, and I was like, oh, here, like, use my silver honey, like, I love this stuff. And they came back to me like a week or so later, and they're like, oh my gosh, I've never seen a cut on my horse heal this fast. Like, this is incredible. I cannot believe it, because I knew they were skeptical when I was like, use my silver honey, because they had never used it before, and they were really impressed with it. I was like, oh my gosh, wait, no, it's not like, I'm not delusional, it's not in my head, like, they're healing fast with this stuff. So this is one of my favorites to pull out of my locker when I do have a boo-boo. I like to go to my silver honey. So it is nice that you have the spray version or the ointment version, so you can spray it on your horse if maybe they're not going to be too happy with you putting the ointment on. Maybe it's just in an awkward area where the spray works better, or you have the ointment if you need a thicker coating. Maybe it's like, you know, it's in one of those areas where you just really need to lather up on that and just leave it there. You have the ointment version too. So you have both options, and I love both of them. I have both of them in my locker. I have for a long time, and I think both of them work equally well.
I really like the silver honey ointment for if your horse gets scratches. Like my one horse, Hendrix, he's gray, and I feel like he's always been a little bit more prone this time of year to getting scratches, kind of like right up at the, like right above the hoof bulb on their hoof. And so why I like the ointment is because you can kind of create a barrier against the mud, so it's treating those like little bacteria and germs while they're out and about, but then still treating it, and it's not just gonna wipe off or get, I don't know, osmosis with the mud. So if you literally just take like a bunch of it, put it right there, it's just gonna create, it's gonna work and not just like come right off. So I really like it for that. For the past couple years since we started carrying it, I've used it, and I feel like he now isn't really getting scratches as much. And slash, if I kind of pre-treat it, he won't end up getting it. So it's just, when I'm not working too much and out there, I try to really load him up, and then he doesn't seem to have as much of a problem as he had in years past. So definitely something, again, the ointment versus spray. And then even if your horse has something maybe almost like rain roddy or something under a blanket you want to cover, I always like sprays for that type of thing.
Yeah.
That's my 2 cents on that.
Yeah, I love it. It's like one of my go-tos.
And then last but not least, we have the new Kylos. So we are so excited to show you. Kylo has become probably one of our best-selling helmets in the store just because it's a great price for a MIPS helmet. And so they now have the black matte with like the chrome, and then navy with the rose gold.
Look how sparkly this looks from far away. Wow. And then you have the black gloss with the crystals, and navy gloss with the crystals. You can up close crystal action, and it has like suede under. I want it to focus. It's got like suede, and then the crystals are on top of that. It almost looks
like a starry night sky.
It
like
does.
It's so cute. And so it's still the same Kylo that you've come to love. The great price point, the MIPS technology. They're lightweight, they're comfy, they have great ventilation, but now they just come in these new colorways. So we still have the glossy sparkly navy, the glossy black and rose gold, the matte black with the black trim, and the navy with the silver trim. But now we have these ones, so I know people are really excited about something different. Some people wanted to get something maybe for showing. Like, I think that would be so cute in the dressage ring or like a eventing ring. Maybe you just want this for lessons or everyday use or even showing. Like, I think it'd be cute for that too. So now we have these. I'll just give you a little bit up close look. Navy with rose gold. Yes, Mary, I think it's so pretty too. And black with the silver. Like, look, you can see yourself in that. Look at that. They did not hold back on the shine with that bad boy.
I just love these. They're so cute. They are so shiny. I like it with the gloss.
So I have one. I have the old navy with sparklies. I might get one of these crystal ones because I do think it's really cute. Again, they're just super lightweight. I personally really like having a MIPS helmet. I don't know, as you I guess age, you just want to be protected and be safe. And so I like having that little added protection with the MIPS layer. But then still they're cute, they're lightweight, they're comfy. Even if you're a trail rider, we've actually had some trail riders really like these because they are so lightweight and airy. It doesn't feel like a giant bowling ball on your head. It just feels comfortable and airy. So whether you're training, doing trails, just pleasure riding, it's just a good helmet to have. Anymore, you never know what can happen. Even if your horse is a saint, sometimes they trip. That's happened to me before. I had a horse come down, it just fell over its feet and it fell, and my helmet protected me. Sometimes that happens, not even if you're just riding a wild one that spooks and you get thrown, or they buck and you get bucked off. It's just a good thing to have, especially just in today's climate. So it's just a good thing to have.
And it is nice that you can get a helmet with the MIPS technology in it for such a good price point. Because I'd say it's going to be one of the few out there that you'll find with such a good price point on the MIPS technology. And to me, the MIPS technology is priceless. Your noggin is everything. And I think it's a great idea to protect it as much as you can, especially with what they're doing or what we're doing. And so it is nice that you can get this helmet with the MIPS in it, and it does look so amazing, and you have so many options to choose from. It's not just you can get black or you can get the navy. It's the black with the crystal, the black matte, the navy with the crystal, the navy matte, the navy with the rose gold, the navy there's so many options you can get. You can really kind of try and personalize it to you and what you like, and they're all really pretty. I think they're all flattering. They're pretty low profile. You can get the different brims. You can get the normal brim, or you can get the wide brim, and you can do all of that with the MIPS technology while still sticking with an affordable helmet, which is awesome.
Yeah, because a lot of the other helmets with MIPS are in the $300, $400 range, and these ones, I think if you get the crystals, it's $180, and without, it's $170. So again, it's just a better price point for a helmet. It's still that Charles Owen quality that we've all known and loved throughout the years, but just a little bit modernization of their products. So I think it's really smart that they added this. I think it's a great option to have. And even maybe you're loving another helmet you have and you really want to keep it for showing. Maybe you want to get this for schooling. Protect your other helmet for showing and keep this for schooling, and just have that little added extra bit of safety. So, and actually March is Traumatic Brain Injury Awareness Month. So if maybe your helmet is old, you should replace your helmet once you start wearing it after 5 years. Maybe you've had a fall, you haven't replaced it yet. Definitely think about something like this. Because again, we only get one brain. If you want to protect it if you can. It doesn't heal like a broken bone does. So it's a good thing to think about.
Yeah, and they're pretty and sparkly too.
Yes. So it's functional and cute.
I love the sparkles.
Yeah.
I
think that's it, guys.
I covered all of my stuff.
I covered all my stuff and added stuff. So
this is where we part ways, y'all.
So I hope you guys have a great rest of your Thursday and a great weekend, and hopefully we'll see you soon.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Bye.